Welcome back to 101 Sports, where I'm now joined by our NBA experts, Connor Delpreet and Darren Vaught, to see if they can beat the shot clock and answer some questions from around the league before the buzzer goes off. All right, guys, let's start off with the hottest team in basketball, and Darren will put 24 seconds on the clock. Are the Pacers built to beat the Miami Heat this year?
I think they are, Ryan. Of course, with this matchup, you've got the Heat, the most efficient offensive team in the league, as well as the Pacers, the most efficient defensive team in the league. I think the Heat normally struggle with teams who have really good post play, as well as good collective team defense. And with Roy Hibbert and company, they're solid down low. I think the difference this time, Paul George, averaging 25 points per game, 8 rebounds per game. I think he's the one guy in the East that can kind of mitigate LeBron's effect.
Connor, let's start the clock right now.
As you said before, the Pacers are doing amazing this year at 8-0, while the Heat are kind of floundering at 4-3. The Pacers' defense is stingy, as always, 85.3 points per game. One of the biggest questions last year was the Pacers' offense, and this year they've improved statistically in all three big categories: points per game, field goal percentage, and three-point percentage. And another question last year was Lance Stephenson's performance in the playoffs. We saw him he was kind of iffy with decision-making, but this year he's played great in the absence of Danny Granger.
And I agree with both of you. I mean, the Pacers, they gave the Heat a run for their money last year, and they've only gotten better. So they definitely have a chance to beat this team this year. All right, start with you on this one. Can the Warriors shoot their way to a deep playoff run? Time starts now.
Oh, I definitely think they do. They have the offensive firepower to win in a shootout, and then their defense isn't too bad either. They can turn around and grind it out in a defensive bout, too. They have the second highest defensive efficiency in the league. For the first time in 35 years, the Warriors might finish top 10 in defense, and there have been coaches have made changes that have kind of mitigated Steph Curry and David Lee's kind of deficiencies on defense. And this is a team that looks very scary. I could see them making a deep run with their very high field goal percentage rate. West should be scared.
Darren.
Well, I'm not quite sure they can, as with any shooters. They're a very streaky team, and even with their great performance thus far, they're still not elite offensively. Sure, they can get hot, but they only rank 11th in the league, which, I mean, is pretty good. It's just not to that point where they're going to outscore anyone and everyone. They also play in a very defensively stout Western Conference, teams like Memphis, San Antonio. I don't know. I see them struggling to make it deeper into the playoffs because of those stout teams.
I think the West is down this year, so the Warriors have a chance to make a deep playoff run. It's going to be tough, though. I mean, the shooters have to be consistent. We saw it last year. It doesn't hold up the whole way through. Darren, this one really hurts me, but we'll put 24 seconds on the clock. Are Carmelo Anthony-led Knicks a failure?
Okay, so that wording is very harsh. I don't know if they're a failure. Of course, they're entertaining. Carmelo Anthony in general is pretty entertaining to watch. But I think with a huge contract to fleeting Amare Stoudemire, it's not a very successful formula for a winning team. And at the end of the day, I don't think any Carmelo Anthony-led team is going to be that way, just with his play.
Time.
I'm going to go out and say it's an absolute failure. Let me read you off their stats. They're 25th in points per game, 28th in rebounds per game, 24th in assists per game. Their shining stat, their best stat is that they're 16th in the league in defense. That's not even good, and it's going to get even worse with Tyson Chandler. And they lost to the Bobcats. Come on. They have a star in Carmelo Anthony, who's more of a hero ball player than a team ball player. They're set to implode in New York. It's a hot mess in New York. It's not going to get better anytime soon.
Time. You guys just broke my heart. Sorry.
Sorry about it.
I mean, they made New York relevant. He made New York relevant, but Amari's contract and Tyson, the three of them just doesn't work, unfortunately. Last question, 24 seconds on the clock. Derrick Rose is back. Will the Bulls only go as far as Derrick Rose takes them?
Absolutely. I mean, this year we've already seen that Derrick Rose has been struggling. He's getting the rust kind of off his back, and the Bulls haven't been able to find a second scoring option. Just like last year in the series versus the Heat, they couldn't find a scoring option without Derrick Rose on the court. And we've seen it this year. They're 26th in offensive efficiency, and when they do shoot the ball, they're not very good at it. They're 27th in the league in field goal percentage. Derrick Rose, if he doesn't shake off the rust, the Bulls are not going to make it very far.
Yeah, I'm going to agree on this one. Let's be blunt about it. This is not a good offensive team.
Exactly.
Carlos Boozer leads your team in scoring. That's not in the blueprint. I mean, nothing against Carlos Boozer. He's a fantastic player, but he's not the go-to scorer. Yeah, absolutely. And especially when they are getting worse, the Bulls are, with other teams in the East getting better. Chicago lost their scoring spark off of the bench in Nate Robinson. We saw very efficient play out of him in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. Nate Robinson carried the Bulls in the playoffs last year, and they clearly need that point guard play. The defense is there.
The defense is good enough. It's good enough.
Got to have that floor general. Unfortunately, the buzzer has ran out on this block, but stick around as Jake will talk with our NFL experts about the recent injury bug going around the league.